Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'een. Brothers and sisters, welcome to Quranic Studies Level 2. There has been much request and demand for us to record Level 2 of Quranic Studies, which is the recitation of the Quran with the rules of Tajweed. In Level 1, we learned Al-Nuraniyah, Al-Tariqatu Al-Nuraniyah, as you can see. And we learned 6 basic things, 6 matters that are fundamental matters for you to know them in order to be able to recite the Quran. We learned about the letters in Lesson 1. And then we had exercises to be able to recognize letters. Then we learned about number 2, harakat, which are fatha, kasra, dhamma, the Arabic vowels. And then we learned about at-tanween, which is fathatain, kasratain, dhammatain, number 3, adding noon to the harakat. Number 4, we learned about huruf al-mad, stretching the harakat with the alif, waw, and ya. And we had exercises. And then number 5, we learned about sukoon, which is the absence of harakat, and we had exercises. And then finally, number 6, we learned about shaddah, which is a combination of sukoon and harakah. And we also took a lot of exercises on that. That was Level 1. And Level 2 is built upon Level 1. Okay? So what we're going to learn now is something that's going to be a follow-up on Nuraniyah. For those who have not taken Level 1, then we highly suggest that you go ahead and take that course first. But for those who already know how to recite the Quran, but they just want to improve their rules of Tajweed, or for those who know those 6 matters that we mentioned: letters, harakat, tanween, mad, sukoon, and shadda. If you know these matters well, then you may continue from here, inshallah ta'ala. Now, what is Level 2? In Level 2, we are going to learn how to recite the Quran, okay, based upon a methodology that we developed called Nuraniyah to Quran transitioning methodology. This is Level 2. Here we have steps that we are going to take, just like in Nuraniyah. We learned everything step by step, and we took exercises. Similarly, we are going to take in Level 2 rules of Tajweed step by step, tadrijan, to help the student and to facilitate ease for the student to be able to learn the rules of Tajweed and recite the Quran properly. Step 1 here is regarding recognition of letters. Again, we said in Nuraniyah, the first thing we learned was letters. Step 2 here has the harakat, tanween, mad, sukoon, shadda. So basically, step 1 and 2 combine the 6 matters that we learned in Nuraniyah. And that's the first thing that the student should focus on. And the teacher should focus on these 6 things to make sure the student can recognize them before moving on to rules of Tajweed, which is here step 3, which is mad, the extra mad. Step 4 is qalqala. Step 5 is noon shadda and mim shadda gunna. Step 6 is rules of noon. And then we also have step 7 we have mim sakina rules, and step 8 we have the waqf rules. And we're going to cover all of these, inshallah. Let's begin with the 6 matters. We are going to, inshallah, since this is a transitioning from Nuraniyah to Quran, we are going to read something Nuraniyah method. Just to make a transition, I'm going to read this bil hija, with spelling. This way you will be able to follow us along. Now you should be in wudu, you should have a mushaf, Qur'an, and you should be on page number 3, right? And you should be sitting facing the Qibla, ready to recite the Qur'an, inshallah. Now before we recite the Qur'an, we always say, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Okay. Now I'm going to read it and you're going to read after me. Okay, I'm going to give you some time to follow me. Hamza kasra noon shadda in. You follow me. Hamza kasra noon shadda in. Noon fathana. Inna. Now, if you say inna, you'll get stuck. You can't read Hamzatul Wasl in the middle, as we learn in Nuraniya. And this lam has shadda. How you are going to read this lam? Well, the only way to read this lam, because it has a shadda, is to connect it with the previous haraka. We remember in Nuraniya we learned that sukoon and shadda need a previous haraka. So, you need to connect the noon with the lam, just like you connected the hamza with the noon. Noon has shadda, so it needs this hamza. Lam has shadda, so it needs this noon. Hamza kasra noon shadda in. Noon fatha lam shadda nal. Innal. Lam fatha la. Innalla. Dhal kasra ya dhi. Innalladhi. Noon fathana. Innalladhina. So you see, we recited these two words together. Why? Because there's a shadda, because of the shadda. Innalladhina. Ka fatha ka. Fa fatha fa. Kafa. Ra dhamma waw ru. Kafaru. Sin fatha sa. Waw fatha alif wa. Sawa. Hamza dhammatain un. Sawa'un. We're not following any rules right now. We're just focusing on the 6 things we learned in Nuraniya. Basic things. Sawa'un. Ain fatha a. Lam fatha ya lay. Alay. Ha kasra mim him. Alayhim. Hamza fatha a. Hamza fatha noon an. An. Dhal fatha ra dhar. Anzar. Ta fathata. Anzarta. Ha dhamma mim hum. Anzartahum. Hamza fatha mim am. Lam fatha mim lam. Am lam. Ta dhamma noon tun. Dhal kasra ra dhir. Tunzir. Ha dhamma mim hum. Tunzirhum. Lam fatha alif la. Ya dhamma hamza yu. La yu. Mim kasra mi. La yu mi. Noon dhamma waw nu. La yu'minu. Noon fathana. La yu'minuna. Just like that. Now let's read this without hijab. This ayah, this verse without hijab. Innalladhina. Read after me. إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون. Just like that, we are going to take some exercises. We're going to take some sessions, inshallah, just reading like this. And then we are going to, bi'idhnillah, move on to, the next rule, step by step, inshallah ta'ala. We hope that you will practice. It requires a lot of practice in the beginning outside of the class. So you would have to practice, something new every day. Uh, this way you will get the flow, you will get the speed, and your eyes will get used to recognition of these letters, inshallah ta'ala, and reading the words together bi'idhnillah azza wa jal. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easy upon our hearts, upon our tongues, upon our minds, and we'll see you in the next session, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.